A warm welcome to today's lesson, and for this particular lesson we've got a series of 6 questions, and for each question we have to rearrange to make x the subject. So let's have a look at the first one here. So the first thing I'm going to do is to multiply both sides by 2x plus b. So I'm going to multiply by this, which would give me the following: x equals t multiplied by 2x plus b. I can then expand this bracket on the right hand side, so x equals 2tx plus bt. I can then subtract 2tx from both sides to eliminate this, so x minus 2tx is equal to bt. I then factorize on the left hand side, so I'll get x 1 minus 2t is equal to bt, and then divide by 1 minus 2t, so x equals bt, and that's over 1 minus 2t. On to question 2, and the first thing we're going to do is to multiply both sides by n plus x. So that would give me that x is equal to q n plus x. Expand the bracket on the right hand side, so nq plus qx. I can then subtract qx from both sides to give x minus qx is equal to nq, and then factorize on the left hand side, so x 1 minus q is equal to nq, and then divide by the 1 minus q, so x is equal to nq over 1 minus q. Question 3, we're going to multiply by x plus y. So x plus 3 is equal to 9x plus y. Going to expand that bracket on the right hand side to give 9x plus 9y. Going to subtract 9x from both sides, so x minus 9x plus the 3 is equal to 9y. Going to subtract 3 from both sides, so x minus 9x is 9y minus 3. On the left hand side we've got x minus 9x, which is minus 8x, is equal to 9y minus 3. I can then divide by the negative 8, so x equals 9y minus 3. That's over negative 8. I can rearrange this if I want a little bit to give x equals 3 minus 9y over 8. Question 4. First thing we're going to do here is to multiply by this denominator. So we're going to get y and then c root x plus d is equal to a root x plus b. Going to expand the brackets on the left hand side, so cy root x plus dy is equal to a root x plus b. Subtract a root x from both sides, so we get cy root x minus a root x plus dy is equal to b. Then we're going to subtract dy from both sides, so we have cy root x minus a root x is equal to b minus dy. We can then factorize this root x, so we get root x. We've got cy minus a is equal to b minus dy. We can then divide by this bracket here on both sides to give root x is equal to b minus dy over cy minus a, and then just square both sides. So x is equal to b minus dy over cy minus a, and that is squared. Question 5, and what I'm going to do here is to cross multiply here. So I'm going to multiply this by this and this by this to give a p plus qx is equal to e c plus dx. We then expand brackets on both sides, so we get ap plus aqx is equal to ce plus dex. We can then subtract dex from both sides, so ap plus aqx minus dex is equal to ce. We can then subtract ap from both sides to give aqx minus dex is equal to ce minus ap. Now on the left hand side we can factor out the x. So we've got x aq minus de, that's equal to ce minus ap, and then divide by this bracket here to give x is equal to ce minus ap divided by aq minus de. On to question 6, and the first thing we need to do here is to eliminate that square root by squaring both sides. So we'd have 2x squared plus 1 over x squared plus 1 is equal to s squared. I can then multiply both sides by x squared plus 1 to eliminate this denominator here. So I'd have 2x squared plus 1 is equal to s squared multiplied by x squared plus 1. We then go ahead and expand the brackets on that right hand side. So s squared x squared plus s squared. Then we can subtract the s squared x squared from both sides. So 2x squared minus s squared x squared plus the 1 is equal to s squared. We can then subtract 1 from both sides. So 2x squared minus s squared x squared is equal to s squared minus 1. We can then factor out the x squared from each term here. So x squared 2 minus s squared is equal to s squared minus 1. And then we can divide by this bracket here. So x squared is equal to s squared minus 1. That's over 2 minus s squared. And the last thing to do is to take the square root of both sides. So x is equal to the square root of s squared minus 1 over 2 minus s squared. If you found this video useful, then remember to give me a quick thumbs up. And if you would like to be notified when I release new videos, then hit that subscribe button and remember to click on the little notification bell.